are listening to DJ Slayer.
Slayer checking in for a hot minute before I have to spin it and let my wife dive in it. Yeah. Topic of the day. Middle class and Gen Z are fed up. Okay. And this is just kind of, this is topics that I'm just kind of rehearsing that I'm about to, maybe not right now, maybe later, but sometime soon, very soon, I'm going to immerse myself into a world that I really don't belong in. And that is, you guys, hang on. I'm trying to kick ass and chew bubblegum at the same time, and it's just, I'm struggling. Alright, here we go. This shit right here is pretty hard. And, I just had a sip of wine. I don't drink, but god dang, that thing hit me pretty hard. Nothing wrong with a little moderate glass of wine. Just golly, it's pretty damn strong. Oh goodness. And that's a strange thing I would like to talk about. Andrew Wilson, who, if you don't know me by now, if you're listening to any of my live streams, I always talk about him and recommend him and commend him. He is the master debater. He really is. And he's always right. And I'm going to tell you why he's always right and why he always wins every debate. He has the advantage that none of his opponents have. None of his opponents will ever beat him because they're simply liars. The people it's really not that hard to debate these people. I mean, you're debating people who are not basing their lives off of facts or their agendas off of facts. They're basing them off emotions. And when you know how to debate people off of their emotions, like Brian Shapiro, that little ginger cunt. Look, I have nothing against ginger people. I think they're beautiful people and they're rare people, and we need to keep them, like, kind of protect them. I think we need to protect the ginger sphere. Like, that's like it's always been like an anomaly, but I wonder what's up with like the self-hating gingers in the United States. Like, what's wrong with them? Like, why that guy in the military set himself on fire, dude? Like, you're already born on fire, dude. Like, embrace that shit. Don't be a punk like this guy. Do y'all remember this guy that gave his life for Palestine, like, set himself on fire? Now, he probably was already crazy, right? He had to be. So I really don't think that he did that because of Palestine. What do you call that? Self-mutilation stuff or whatever? When you do, like, just take yourself out, it's actually pretty fucking sad. It used to make me really sad when I see things like this, but we've seen so much of it that now I'm actually pissed off. I'm mad. I'm mad that people are throwing their lives away, like this Renee Good chick. I thought it was just from, okay, I don't want to say like the wrong thing right here, because you know, these people, they shadow ban you and they're watching you, and there's always fucking haters who go behind your back and they do little things and may take little snippets of you and try to fucking you know, do you dirty one day. If they're not doing it already, you know. Because when you see you're not getting any love, you on your fucking whatever from whatever place you're broadcasting your messages, if you're not getting any love, you must be getting the opposite. That's for damn sure. You know, if nobody's supporting you, then they're probably against you. That's just how I look at things now. Because we're living in a world like that, where you can't trust anybody, and that's a goddamn shame. But the thing is, you can't be scared of anybody. You can't be scared of people. It's like the days of really caring about that or your reputation are out the window now, man. People are throwing their lives away for stupid causes that really don't even. Really, these causes are hurting them. Like, they're not doing them. They're not getting any I guess these people, they just want to be looked at as heroes or something. I don't know. I don't get it, but it's a big mental crisis in the United States right now. And the middle class working people and Gen Z are fed up. The younger generation is fed up because they're looking at their future and thinking, man, this is fucked up. Like, they're growing up in a political stratosphere, and people are just, you know, like, how would you like to grow up in a world where the adults are fucking arguing and bitching about and crying over who's the fucking president, dude? Like, grown-ass 40-year-old, like, you go on TikTok and you'll see some grown-ass 40-year-old women twerking like fucking idiots with kids in the back. It's just stupid. Our culture is so fucking stupid now. And that TikTok was created by China. Anyway, like, if you don't know that, if you don't know, like, that's a Chinese spy fucking app, then you're crazy. Like, you either don't care, or you haven't been paying attention. And for me, like, I could give a fucking rat's ass now, but we don't know, like, we don't know what's coming in the next few years. But I do know this. I do know that people are fucking fed up. They're tired. And a lot of people, they don't want to say how they feel. And that's what needs to end. And I think some people are taking things for granted. But I see Gen Z, because I'm a gamer and I get online and I see what they're going through, and I know some of them. And I understand where their frustration's coming in, because a lot of them, they don't have kids, they haven't settled down, they don't have, everything's so expensive now, they're looking at, how am I going to afford to have a family and a life? Whenever, right now, we're discovering that fucking Somalians, not only Somalians, millions of Somalians are living off of our tax dollars, which is a fucking shame. I want them all out. Remigration, I'm all for it. I never thought I would be for something like that. Remigration, it just sounds ridiculous. But yes, like, I don't care if those people have a piece of paper that says U.S. citizens. Get them the fuck out of here. Get them the fuck out. I don't care. Bring the military. Put guns to their heads, just like they did to people during the Civil Rights Act, when they didn't want their kids to be forced to go to a public school with kids who have nothing in common with them across the fucking city, and force them to do that. You always force the white Americans to do things that they don't want to fucking do, but they're supposed to shut up and just sit there and take it whenever the government says things, or whenever they arrest them. How about that? How about that? Whenever U.S. citizens go to jail, are y'all crying about them being separated from their family, or they're disappearing people? How about the times you've went to jail, if you've ever been to jail? Have you ever been stopped, pulled over, and went to jail for anything? You know, it could be anything, just a traffic ticket. It's happened to me. It's happened to me. Didn't have money to pay my traffic ticket going on my way to work, and when I was younger, and yeah, I had to go there, and so it happens to a lot of Americans. Had to get my car towed, and then had to get out and fucking get it. Pay money to get it. Did anybody throw a fucking protest and campaign for me, a working man, a middle class working guy that's trying to make it in life? No, I'm supposed to shut up. I'm supposed to shut up and do what I'm told by the police and everybody, and by the fucking government, by these Hollywood actors, these fucking bunch of punks, by the way. bunch of little guys too. They're all fucking small. All our politicians, these actors, they're like fucking midgets. And I don't have nothing against short people. Okay, I'm just saying they're just small. Like, and they're not dangerous people either. Like, unless they're hiding behind a keyboard or they're talking shit. And that's why these punks like to dox people, because they know they can't fight in real life. And we're seeing it live in action. These protesters, these little fucking Antifa people, they're getting their asses beat all over whenever it's one-on-one. But now they're showing up in numbers where they can. And you know, we used to say like about a certain group of people, a certain race, that yeah, they're known for doing that. These people are acting just like them. So I see no difference, you know. So that's kind of what these people are acting like, the same thing. Yeah, but shame on you if you talk about the Jewish community. I get this guy with a deflect. Yep. Some guy that does independent journalism. I forget his name. He just went over to New York. Now we find out why all these people are voting for communist mayor over there. They want their state to be protected. What it is these are all criminal syndicate states. Like they've been running like criminal scams on taxpayers. That's what's going on all around the United States, and we're finding out all these big cities, they're all blue for a reason. And that's why these people are trying to protect certain things. Like, they don't give a fuck about immigrants. They don't care about people from other countries. If they did, they would be helping out of their pocket. They would be doing other things than getting mad, because every time they ask, well, why don't you help somebody out? Will you take them in your house? Will you feed them? They like to bring up Christians. They like to tell people that's not Christian of you to be like that. But what are they doing? What are they doing to help people out? When you ask them, whoa, will you house a stranger? Oh, I don't have any room in my house. No, yeah, sure you do. You have a couch. Anyways, I could go on about this. I don't give a fuck anymore. This is about to be all the non-Christian people's problems. That's what it's about to be. It really is. Because I can see what's going to happen here pretty soon. All of us Christian people are going to, we're going to get together, and we're going to be piled up, and we're going to be taken care of. I know this. I already know this. So I'm worried about like the rest of the people who are not saved. Like, you still have a chance. Like, it's time. It's time to know who God is. If you don't, it's like, don't wait. Like, don't procrastinate on this. If you don't know, like, because this life it's going to end anyway one day. You don't know. You don't know when it could happen to you. So that's the main thing. Get your shit together. Deal with it. You have to deal with your number one priority. That is your soul. Where is your soul going, buddy? That's what you have to worry about. I wouldn't even be worried about anything else if I didn't know what was going to happen to me in the afterlife. Everything would be secondary, because that's a fucking crazy reality to know that you are going to hit the dirt one day, and whether you believe it or not, you will know the reality after that. Hey, in case there's nothing, then okay, then good. If that's what you believe, then damn, you better hope you're right, you know? And that's a scary thing. What if you're not, you know? And then what? And the reason why I'm stressing this is because I know for a fact there is a God. I know for a fact. I know, like, this, and I'm not a crazy person or anything. Like, I know. And there's a lot of people that know. And the strange thing is that the last several, I want to say like the last 2 decades, he's been waking people up left and right, and a lot of people have been passing too. A lot of people in my world have anyway. A lot of people that I've known, especially right after they get to know God, like boom, like just like they get taken out. And a lot of these people were suffering a lot of things. Maybe a lot of things could have been like drugs or just an abusive, hard life or whatever, you know, you never know. But anyways, look, that's the real mission here. That's the real mission here, is to, it's really not about hate, it's about love. But god dang, man, like if I've ever wanted to see justice happen in my life anymore, like more than ever, it is now. It is now. For the hate that people, the fucking extreme hate that certain people have been getting, and have seen no justice, and then like everything is coming to light right now. Every single thing. Since the internet has been the worst thing to happen to a lot of people. The Jewish peoples, so-called Jewish, because they're really not, they're not the chosen people that Jesus Christ is talking about. They are not the white ones or the black ones. They are not. They're not the people, okay? And matter of fact, the ones in New York right now, they are all of those people, they're cosplaying as Jews, like the black Hebrew Israelites and the white ones. They're cosplaying as Jews. And now you can go online and see this video, and I'm going to bring this up later. As soon as I get my studio together, I'm going to show you guys. These people don't work. They do not work. The ones that wear the hats with the curls and shit like that, the long hair, they don't work. They don't. And this fucking guy went over there, independent journalist, I forget his name. He goes there to New York. He goes and visits the Jewish community. And they're all just walking around. The men are just walking around. They're fully dressed. You know, they wear those black outfits and trench coats and those hats, the weird hats they wear. And they're just sitting there. And he asked them, you know, what do y'all do? What do y'all do for a living? Oh, we study the what do they study? The Torah? Yeah, we're studying the Torah. Okay, that's all y'all do. That's all they fucking do all day. What's your wife do? These people are having 7 to 8 kid families, all of them, on average. So they're multiplying. These people are multiplying. The Somalians are multiplying. They're having kids. These Middle Eastern people are coming to United States, and they're fucking packing their houses out with kids and packing out the refrigerator, packing their lunch boxes and everything. Well, I would say lunch boxes, but they don't go to work. And they say, how did y'all get money? They asked the Jews, how do y'all get money? Oh, God, the Holy Talmud told us, you know, God promised us. God promised. These are people cosplaying as chosen ones to get fucking money. And so they're about to be exposed next. At first it was the Somalians, now it's the Jewish community going down in New York. Just be ready for it, man. A lot of people are waking up. And if you're a taxpayer, if you're a hard-working person, dude, this shit, I mean, and you're not, if you're not upset about this, I don't know what you'll be mad about. Like maybe you like giving your money out to people. I'm a very charitable person, but I like to pick and choose where I give my charity to. Like I have family, I have kids, I have loved ones I'm responsible for. I don't want to pay for Jamal and Keisha's babies. I don't want to pay for some fucking fake ass rabbi's babies. I don't want to pay for no goddamn 65 IQ, egg-headed, fucking buck-toothed, yellow-eyed, jaundice-having fucking Somalian in Minnesota. I don't want to do it. You call me whatever the fuck you want. It's okay. I don't care. I don't care. But these are not my peoples. You see? They keep saying your brothers and sisters. No, they're not. They're not even Christian. They're not even fucking Christian. Why do they deserve your hard tax-earned dollars? Ask yourself that. Why are you working for these people? Why the fuck are you paying for them to have kids and you can't afford to have your own? That's why the younger generation is being radicalized the way they are. They're all pissed. And they have fucking every right to be, dude. And this is what's gonna happen. And I almost feel like this is done on purpose almost. I almost feel like they are wanting to like radicalize this next generation to where they're just full of hate and they're ready to go to war. And that's probably what's gonna happen if this fucking these adults that are running the office, which is pretty sad. It's pretty sad that like our politicians are like the adults. Imagine that, being a fucking teenager and knowing this is the people who's in charge of your life, and they're acting like fucking kids, and they can't even agree on nothing. And dude, it's just so fucking stupid. And this is why I hate politics. But it has to be, something has to be done about it. And all of this shit stems from, they won't let the president get anything done just because he said grab him by the pussy. Dude, like all of this stemmed from some angry fucking some feminist rage and some LGBT people getting mad. Like when he's changed no laws that affect them, which I think there should be now that affect them, because we see how they act. If anything's good, we see why. Which I never had a problem with people of weird sexualities. You know, I'm trying to use my words safely here. But people of strange sexualities, I never seen why that was kind of wrong. I was like, oh, it don't affect nobody's life, but we're seeing that it does. We're seeing the outcome. We're seeing the outcome of feminism. We're seeing their rage and how they're out there dying for stupid causes. Well, no, they're not. They're getting paid to do it. I forgot. We found that out too over there in Minnesota. All these protesters are getting paid. They are getting paid. Like, you have a president trying to do one thing, and then you have these governors on the state level trying to stop what's happening on the federal level, and it's just they're warring with each other all the time. It's just too, like, and then some people are saying it's two wings of two wings, the same bird. I don't see that. If it is, it's a theater. Okay, yeah, maybe that's true, but I don't believe with the current administration that's true. I believe it's always been that before, because Barack Obama fucking had ICE, deported a lot of people. They all did that. They don't say nothing about him. They are going on a smear campaign. They've been doing this ever since Trump got in office. I didn't like the guy at first. And then now I just see, like, whenever people start ganging up and start jumping on somebody, I start to ask, why are they doing this? And I think that's what happened. And then I think that's why he got so popular, because people don't like being lied to. And once you find out that you've been lied to by everybody, and that people are just hating on somebody for no goddamn reason, then yeah, that builds an issue, a very, very and then you find out your news is lying to you. And I'm not talking about, like they say, CNN fake news. Fox News is fucking biased too. They have to run with the right wing. They have to do that because that's what they get paid to do. They're all owned by the same people. Look this up. Every news network is owned by the same people. Time Warner owns all of these people. Time Warner owns all of the news media, and they tell them what to do. It's just like the churches, the Catholic Church, the Pentecostal Church, but what's the other one? The Jehovah's Witness Church. They all get their orders from the same place, from their hierarchy. Okay. Speaking of hierarchies, this is why we have to bring back strong the patriarchy more than ever. And that's what all this shit's going to do. It's going to backfire. It's going to backfire, and that's what kind of sucks for me, because I'm a person who, I have things going on in my life that I feel like these agitators are going to fuck things up, or what they're doing is they're causing backfire for people who really need immigration or need legal immigration done and things like that, who are in that process. All of these agitators who are out there being narcissists, trying to look good on TikTok, they know they're really not trying to help people out. They know they don't care about people. They only care about their self-image. That's all that is for. That lady getting shot that day, she died for her own vanity, her own self-image. If she really was compassionate, she would have had custody of her 2 youngest kids. But her 2 youngest kids got beat up or was getting abused by her lover. She even, I believe, don't quote me on this, but somebody put a cigarette out on one of her kids' arms. That's why CPS ended up taking them away. I don't know if it was her or her girlfriend, her bush banger, but that's what ended up happening to Renee Good, her 2 youngest children. And the oldest one, I don't know if she had custody of the oldest one, but she was able to at least be around that one. And she dropped him off, went to another fucking state. Imagine this poor kid, and this is who I feel sorry for, and that's who I prayed for after this, is for that young child who got dropped off and had to find out that his mother later on went with her girlfriend, ex-military veteran motherfucker, da-da-da-da-da. Boom, 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 go baby, go. That bitch ends up leaving, dropping you off, you go to school, you get out to find out your mama has been shot because why? How did my mom get shot? She get robbed by some thug or what happened to her? How would my mama get shot? Man, that must have been some robber. No, she got shot by a federal agent because she fucking hit the motherfucker with her car. Dude, get the fuck out of here. Like this poor kid, man. And I hope people are charitable towards that child or those children enough to where they grow up and they don't have to fucking deal with this shit ever in their life. And hopefully these kids grow up smart and have a blessed life and a good life. And they don't resent their mom and harbor anger and things like that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I know firsthand how a feminist fucking woman can dishearten their own child and cause that child to be rebellious, to be full of hate, to cause trouble, to go out there and fuck people up out in the world. I know exactly how that feels. So if you're a mother, be a fucking mother. But that's the sad thing. Another thing is, if we don't get back to the patriarchy, these women aren't even going to want to have kids. They don't want to have kids right now because they could be OF fucking models. And you got cuck-ass motherfuckers, and that's the problem right there. It's because of men. And I blame men for this shit, too. That's really who I blame. I blame men in society because they are supposed to be the head, not the tail. Instead, you have these cuck motherfuckers running into churches now, leading the pack, crying and screeching like fucking women. Getting on TikTok and literally screeching. And fucking, there's one guy named Brian Shapiro. He spurgs out and he fucking like a woman. He goes on like rants on every debate he gets into, and he's a perpetual liar. And that's the problem with a lot of these activist people, is they've swallowed everything the media has told them. They have done no investigation of their own, came up with no decisive answers on their own, have came up with no ideology by themselves. It's like they have to tell somebody has to tell them how to think. I don't understand that. How do you not come up with your own ideas without somebody putting things in your head? I guess if there's nothing there in that space, somebody else, and you just allow just somebody to breathe on you, and it just becomes your air, I guess. And it's just like a fucking virus, I guess. This misinformation and shit like this. Or maybe it's just breeding, it's just out of hate. Maybe self-hatred, maybe these people hate their lives, so they're willing to digest misinformation or lies, because now there's no such thing as really, I don't believe the whole brainwash thing anymore. There's too much information. You have no excuse. You have the internet. Everybody has access to it. It's in their pocket every day. You have no excuse to say you don't know the truth, or we have cameras everywhere. You can't say that you watched all angles of this lady driving her car off and hitting the guy. If you see it from one angle, it looks like, yeah, it looks one way, but if you watch the other, you clearly see the evidence. And that's what they did with George Floyd. That's what they've done with all of these things. And they use clever wording on all of it. In all of it, they use clever wording. And what it's called dehumanizing people. Like they dehumanized the ICE agent and they humanized the woman. That's the trick. That's how the media works. Whoever they want to spin this for in their favor, that's how it works. That's how it works. If they don't like you, they'll dehumanize you. They'll call you names. They'll call you Yahtzee. That's what they're doing to the president. And it's doing this country no good. Like, he's going to be in there regardless for 3 years. It doesn't matter what side you're on. You should want him to succeed. It's like, even if this guy promised to give everybody $1,000 a day, these people would still fucking hate him. They would like, get him out of there. It's fucking $1,000. They would still be mad at him. They would still fucking hate him. They take the money, but they still bitch about it. Like, they still fucking call him a piece of shit, and it's just fucking insane. The guy can't do anything right. And that's what's scary, because if these people get in power, they are so full of hate and vile that they will do whatever they can to retain that power, because they have made up this lie that this guy is a dictator, that he's trying to stay in office for eternity, because he made a joke or something like that, and he says it one time, and like, get the fuck out of here, man. It's just crazy. They know this guy is going to leave the office, and they lie. They consistently lie. So what's going to happen in the future when these people take back? What they're going to say is, oh, you remember when Trump had the Gestapo? Well, we got to make our own Gestapo. That's what almost seems like he's part of that plan too. Like he's fucking, it's like, because he doesn't seem to do much about it. If he was a dictator, people wouldn't be talking shit the way they're talking. If he was, he'd be doing like the fucking prime minister in Iran and just fucking slaughtering every fucking body in the streets. Thousands of people. Nobody's talking that. You don't hear any of the compassionate fucking so-called liberals who are not liberals. So people stop calling them that, because they don't they don't want everybody to have freedom of thought and speech. They want them to shut up and be censored. These are the same people who celebrated when a person I really didn't care for, Charlie Kirk, I didn't care for him because I thought he had some bad takes on a few issues. But overall, he's a good person, a genuine fucking guy, good-hearted guy, and I think he wanted what's best for everybody. But there was a few things I couldn't listen to him on. A few things I really disagree, and he gave some people way too many excuses. He gave one community way too many excuses when it's really not. It's not a cultural thing. It is a biological thing. It is a science thing. It's an IQ thing, brother. But anyways, that was his really big flaw to me. Okay, time to run this back. Time for a quick break.